Hey everyone. Hey everyone, today I'm doing a tattoo video. This is my most requested video and I just thought it is time. I'm so cold. Whew. Anyways, in this video I'm going to be going over all of my tattoos. I'll go in the order that I got them and just give you my experience as I got them. Yeah? Sound good? Okay. Just a little disclaimer, I don't even want to have to say this because I know every single person says this in their tattoos and their piercing videos, but I'm just going to be another one who says it. If you do not like tattoos, not sure why you clicked on the video, but you should probably click off. And yeah, let's just get this party started. So I got all of my tattoos as I've been 18. I turned 18 last December, so I'm still only 18. I'll be 19 this December. In less than a year, I got all of my tattoos, and I don't regret any of my tattoos. There's that. So the first one that I got is on my back, and it's 2 sets of Roman numerals. I got them for my aunt. It's the day that she was born and the day she passed away, and they're just 2 sets, so I will show you that right now. Hopefully you guys can see this, but yeah, this was my first tattoo. Let me put this sports bra on so I don't flash you guys. So yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. It was my first one, so I was super nervous. Literally, as I was waiting for my artist to set up, I was debating whether I was gonna like just leave because I was so scared. I was expecting it to be a little bit more, like a little bit worse than what it was. But since it's not directly on my spine, it's kind of like on the outskirts of my spine. Like if this is my spine, both sets are like just on the edge, you know what I mean? So it wasn't directly on my spine, so I think that's why it wasn't as bad as I expected. The insides of each Roman numeral, these like inside parts, the parts that did touch my spine, that was the worst part of the whole tattoo. And it took about 45 minutes to do. No, it took about 50 minutes to do. That 5 extra minutes really makes a difference. My second tattoo and my third tattoo, I got done on the same day, but in that day, the first one that he did was this one on my arm. So this is my second one. It says, it's just in cursive, it's a quote. It says, "I am not the mistakes I've made." And I'm ashy, I need to put on some lotion. Okay, so I just put some lotion on and it looks way darker. But yeah, I've wanted this quote for a really long time. I'm not the mistakes I've made. I don't know, I don't really feel like I've made like significant mistakes, but there's been some things that I've like gone through in my life that like made me question if I was a good person or if I was like worthy of like certain things. And I realized like everybody like messes up and you just have to learn from it and grow from it. You can't let stuff like that hold you back. So I really love this quote. I just love it. I'm going to show you the second one that I got that day, which is my third tattoo, and then I'll kind of tell you like my experience as I got both of them. I'm standing on my counter so I can show you this, but this is just my third tattoo. It's really small and simple. It says "Cherish Life" and it's on the front of my ankle. I hope that this is focusing. Whoa. I was in school, like it was my senior year of high school. I was in school and I was just like in art class and I was thinking like, I was so bored and I was just thinking, actually I was texting one of my friends and she told me like she was getting tattooed that day, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get tattooed today too. And I was like, you know what, I really want this quote, so I'm just gonna get it. I knew that I wanted something on the front of my ankle, like just a short little saying on the front of my ankle, but I did not know what I wanted it to say. I had been thinking forever, like what do I want this tattoo to say, because I wanted it really bad. I just couldn't think of anything that like really made sense to me. So as I was sitting down waiting for my guy to write up like the stencil, I guess, for this tattoo, I thought in my head, cherish life, just to cherish everything, cherish every moment, everybody you're with, everybody you're surrounded by, and all of that stuff. I think it's so important to really like know everything's value in your life. And I was like, you know what, that's something that makes sense to me, I'm just gonna get it. So pain wise for these two, the one on my arm, I thought it was gonna hurt more towards my elbow because I heard elbow tattoos are extremely painful, so I figured it would hurt more towards here, even though it's not on my elbow. I just thought, you know, kind of in the same area, but I was totally wrong. It actually hurt more towards my wrist bone, so that was a little bit of a surprise. But this tattoo only took about 30 minutes, and the one on the front of my ankle did not hurt at all, but that could have been because it literally only took 5 minutes. So that was my experience with those two. My fourth tattoo is on the back of my ankle. It's on the back of the same ankle that says Cherish Life. And this is gonna be extremely hard to show as well, but it's a skeleton hand and the fingers are positioned like this. So it's a Friday the 13th tattoo. This is probably the tattoo that has like the least amount of meaning to me, but I still love it just as much as my other tattoos. But it's not a very personal thing, it's just something that I really wanted. And this piece, like my artist and I actually designed, the fingers are positioned like this, so it's like a 1 and a 3 for 13. And I'm just gonna go ahead and show you that really quick, if I can. I don't want all this booty in the shot. Oh my gosh, I feel like this is just a very inappropriate angle. So, this is what it looks like. I hope my camera is focused. You guys might be able to see me in the mirror over here. I'm literally standing on my chair, but that's fine. If you guys can see the wrist bones down here, it's separate from the hand. And I'm gonna talk about that really quick, but I can't stand in this position for too long. I really wanted to point out the wrist bones because originally when I went on May 13th this year, I just got the hand tattooed, and then a few months later I got the wrist bones tattooed separately. So it wasn't all done at one time. I didn't really know that I wanted the wrist bones when I went in until a few weeks later. I was like, I think this would look more complete with wrist bones. So I just went back and got that added on. Oh, I'm out of breath. So let's talk about this. This was my first piece. All the tattoos up until this one, it was like script or Roman numerals. So this was my first piece. It was my first time with outlining and shading, and this was the most painful tattoo I have ever gotten. So that's great. Basically, it felt like somebody took a dull knife and just was like forcing it into my skin and just like, so that was my experience with that one. It hurt so bad. And the first session of just the hand, that took about 25 minutes. It was super quick. And then when I went back and just got the wrist bones, that was like another 20 minutes. So total it was about 45 minutes for this tattoo. He did it really quick, which I was very happy about because that hurt so bad. My fifth tattoo is my hibiscus flowers on my arm. So it's these two flowers right here. They're just hibiscus flowers. They kind of, like, when my arm is straight like this, they wrap around this way, they wrap around this way, and they're like this, but you can't really see them on this part of my arm too much. And actually, this girl that I know through social media designed it for me. I'm gonna leave her Twitter down below because that's how I found her, so you guys can definitely check her out. She's an amazing artist. She's so sweet, and she's so talented, and she's just so humble, like, about her art. It's amazing. So I'll leave her information down below because hibiscus flowers are just beautiful to me. They're the Florida flower, but I don't really care about that. But I was born in Florida, so that's pretty cool. And also my dad has a couple flower tattoos, and this was the main reason why I wanted flowers, because just because my dad, he has them and they just remind me of him. And fun fact, the placement of this, I didn't get it to cover up any scars on my arms, but they actually do cover them up a little bit. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm not embarrassed by them at all, and I wasn't like planning on covering them up, but just the placement, they ended up covering them, so I thought that was pretty cool. The pain for this one, it was not unbearable. Like, it was a little painful, and to me, I'm thinking maybe that's because it did go over scars, so I don't know if it makes it a little bit more sensitive or what, but towards the inner part, this is difficult. Towards this part, it was way more painful than, say, like the top right here. So my sixth tattoo is the one on my knuckle. It's just the number 18. Focus. Thank you. So yeah, it's just the number 18. So this tattoo, funny story, I was hanging out with one of my friends and we were just, honestly, this was a very spontaneous tattoo. We were on our way to the tattoo shop and we had a tattoo in mind, but I kind of just changed my mind. I was like, you know, I'd rather get the number 18 just because I wanted to have a little bit more meaning to me. I got the number 18 because in the year that I've been 18, I feel like I have grown so much as a person, and obviously I have so much more self-growth to encounter, but I feel like this is just like the beginning. Like, in the year that I've been 18, it has just been the beginning of so much positivity coming into my life, and I will be forever grateful for this year. Like, I'm planning on having amazing years for the rest of my life, but the struggle that I had before I was 18, I never thought that I would reach this point ever in my life. This is just kind of like a reminder, like, dude, like, remember that year that everything changed? And the pain for this one, it was not bad. I mean, wait, what am I talking about? This was horrible. It was right on my knuckle, so it was like right on bone, and I almost fainted, but it's fine. It only took like a minute to do. But I was like, oh my God, can I get some water? Like, hook it up. Kind of made me a little bit nervous because I do want to get my knuckles tattooed, and after that, I was like, ooh, you know what I mean? But obviously, like, I'll still get them if I want them because I'm not really, I don't know, I feel like if pain is the only reason why you would debate whether or not you should get a tattoo, then kick that thought out of your mind because pain is only temporary, you know what I mean? Well, at least that's my mindset. I forgot to mention the flowers on my arm. That took about an hour and a half, maybe an hour and a half to do. And yeah, so just forgot to tell you guys. My last tattoo, my most recent one, my 7th one, is on my wrist. I just had to take my watch off so I could show you better. But it's my mandala tattoo. I am so obsessed with this. So it's kind of like more traditional, just like the skeleton hand. I feel like the flowers aren't very traditional, but the leaves kind of have a traditional look to me personally. But this one is way more traditional. I just love the way these look together. I don't know if I'm planning on getting a full sleeve. I don't really know what I want, but so this is my most recent tattoo. It almost wraps fully around my wrist. There's literally about an inch of space between before it connects. And this was my second most painful. Like I said, the skeleton hand was the worst, but this one was almost equally as bad. My wrist was so swollen. The tattoo artist was joking around saying like I had a sausage wrist. Like it was bad. My wrist was so swollen. I think the worst part was this area right here. And also when he did like the dark shading on the leaves, that was horrible also. If you guys don't know, a mandala, it's Hindu, but it represents wholeness, and that's the main reason why I wanted it. I like what it represents, and I think that they're beautiful, and I actually plan on getting more mandalas in the future, so who knows when I'll get my next one, but I love them. I think this is so beautiful. I'm gonna come up close so you guys can see it a little bit better. Hopefully it'll focus. And it's focusing on me, not on the tattoo. But hopefully you guys can see this. And yeah, this one took about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes to do. And the whole time I was laying like this. It was very uncomfortable, but it was worth it. That's gonna be it for my tattoo video. I don't know, I was debating on doing like a more in-depth video. Like I think there's a thing going around like a tattoo tag where there's a list of questions. But I didn't really know if that's what you guys wanted or if you just wanted to see my tattoos. So I decided to film this one today. If you want me to do the tattoo tag where I answer specific questions, then just let me know down below. And anyways, yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Like I said, please thumbs it up if you did and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Like always, if you have any other requests, you can let me know down below. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Wait, I feel like I said that backwards. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.